Infinity out.
Tracking gear online.
Affirmative.
Say, before we make this jump, anybody want to say a few words?
I figure if God can hear how scared I am, so can everyone else.
Halo 5. Oh boy, were we hyped up to fuck for this game. Their marketing campaign was excellent. It was great. Like, what did we get from this? We had kind of like a short episode thing for Nightfall, which basically shows what who Locke is. And then we had, you know, Hunt the Truth, and then Hunt the Truth Season 2, you know. Oh god, this goddamn marketing campaign is excellent. But is the game excellent? That's the other question I must answer. So I'm going to be doing a review right now, but for the campaign only, just for now. And then later on, we'll be doing the multiplayer. So is the campaign any good? Or does it live up to the hype which this game's been getting for like the past fucking year? The quick answer is fuck no. This campaign does not live up to this hype. It is one of the worst campaigns created, period. The structure and pacing of this game is horrendous. You'll be going through a really fun and exciting section, and then all of a sudden the pacing drops all the way down to a complete utter standstill, and it's boring as fuck. The characters in this game, they are not relevant. They are boring, because you're not given enough time to actually give two shits about any character that you're with. When you play as Master Chief, he's basically the only character you give a shit about. His blue team, on the other hand, you feel like you want to give a shit about them due to the fact that they're family with Master Chief and how they act around with everyone else.
Look.
What did this?
But, you don't give a shit about them. You barely ever play as the Master Chief, so you barely ever have a chance to engage with these other characters. And then we have Locke. Oh my god. Locke is the boringest character you will ever experience in a game. He is just so boring. Like, even worse than when Master Chief was in Halo 1. At least Master Chief in Halo 1, when something was happening, he was like, I don't understand. Please explain it to me. Please, I don't understand. I'm just a soldier, okay? Shut up, Cortana. Please explain it to me. Locke, on the other hand, is just a guy who doesn't give a shit about explanations. He would just run out of the fucking house and start killing things. He is just boring as hell. His entire team is boring. Some people in his team are a bit better. Buck, on the other hand, is like the only good part about his team because he's funny and he actually makes some quite, you know, Chuck-friendly jokes around there.
Well, crap.
But you play as Locke like 60% of the game, 60 or 70% of the time, and it's just boring. You're with these people you don't give a shit about. When you play as Master Chief, you're with people you don't give a shit about either. So yeah, there's a conflict in there somewhere, but you just don't give two shits. So the story is basically Master Chief has an illusion of Cortana, and Cortana warns him about something. And so Master Chief and Blue Team, they go off and start, you know, exploring this thing.
Chief. The domain is open. Meridian is next.
Cortana?
John, the reclamation is about to begin.
Chief, what's wrong?
Well, while he's exploring this, he's pronounced, rogue. So now Locke is following him, and the only person that actually understands the situation is Buck, saying a few things where Locke just doesn't give two shits. But every single time you switch between these characters, you feel like you're missing out on something. Because when you swap between Master Chief and Locke, Master Chief's already done something which we haven't experienced yet, or haven't seen. And then we're like, well, the last time I left Master Chief off was on a spaceport. When did he get fucking here? And this is the problem with this game. You feel disconnected from the story because you're swapping back and forth between two characters, one which you actually give a damn about, and the other one which you don't give a shit about. Throughout the game, when you play as Master Chief, you can feel the tension. You can feel that he is struggling because of the story and how it's impacting him and his feelings. But you don't play enough as Master Chief. And you want to play more of him. You want to see his story all the way through to the end. But you don't. You gotta swap back and forth between Locke and Master Chief. Locke just does whatever he's told to do, and that's it. Whereas Master Chief is a lot more, feeling-wise, and a lot more personal kind of story to him. Whereas Locke is not. And I feel like the game would be so much better if we were stuck with Blue Team. Take away Locke and his team and just have Blue Team there. And just pull us through the story with just Master Chief and Blue Team. And I feel like that would have been so good. Because you'll have enough time to get to know Blue Team a bit better. And you get to see the relationships and how they cope with things. And how they show off their feelings to each other, since they basically are family. But that's not in this game. No. Not here. So Halo 5, it plays like Halo, due to the fact that the maps are massive, they've got lots of verticality, and it's just a whole bunch of amazing fun. But some aspects of this game could have been changed in order to create a contrast between the two teams. Like, if you had the Master Chief's team, since he had old armor, he didn't have maybe the thruster pack or ground pound or whatever, and just had sprint, then the mission design would be a little bit different for the blue teams, and how you would engage the enemies would be different. Whereas when you play as Locke, you'd have all the Spartan abilities, and then you can see like a kind of difference in contrast between the two. But no, that's not in there. Pre-Finish just didn't want to take that risk. They wanted it to be as simple as possible, so if you can play one guy, you can play every guy. Oh well, that's that one gone. So Halo 5, the game looks amazing. The cutscenes are one of the best cutscenes you'll ever find in any game.
You recommended assassinating him.
After we killed millions of our people,
So why didn't you?
things changed.
The Arbiter is engaged in combat. We will escort you to him.
Locke. Planet's deep in civil war. If this all goes sideways...
I understand, sir. It's not my first mission that doesn't exist.
Good luck, Spartan.
And it's just great to look at. The sound design of this game is beautiful, it's excellent. But it doesn't cover how appalling this campaign is, and how just rubbish it is. The main reason why this campaign sucks so much is that this campaign doesn't have an ending. it doesn't have an ending which you feel satisfied with. In Halo 2, you had a cliffhanger ending, yeah, but before that you played at the Arbiter, and you actually stopped the ring from firing. You actually had an ending there. Whereas in this game, there is no ending. There's nothing. It just goes and goes and goes, and then all of a sudden it stops. And it basically asks you to wait another 3 fucking years to find out what happens next. The boss battles in this game are rubbish. They're pathetic. The first time you meet this boss, you're like, oh sweet! But then the second time you meet him, you're like, I thought I killed you. But no, this guy apparently has millions of different, infinity number of bodies. So if you kill him, he'll just come back in another one of his bodies. So you know, fucking lazy. This design was lazy as shit. You would meet the same damn boss like 5 fucking times for the entire campaign, and it's just boring. The first time you meet him, oh, it's pretty sweet. Second time, really? Are you back? Third time, okay, you're getting annoying now. Fourth time, and then the 6th time, you're not even saying anything because you're bored out of your fucking mind.
She calls the Guardians to serve her.
What was that?
Well, let's go find out. We're sitting ducks here.
Agreed. Move!
Your presence in the Guardian's shelter is undesirable.
Are you the Guardian?
I am Warden Eternal. I stand in service to Cortana.
Cortana?
The other humans are approved for passage. Regretfully, you are not.
That sounds like a threat.
Vacate his shelter now.
That was a threat, all right.
What they do instead, in order to, you know, make it more interesting the further times that this guy comes on stage, they just have more of him. So instead of having, you know, different attack patterns, different weaponry, or anything like that to make the game a bit more exciting each time he pops up, no. It's just more of them. The first time, there'll be 1 of them. Second time, maybe 2 of them. Last time, maybe 5 of them. Or 3. Or whatever. And it is boring. It is seriously boring. After you've killed him 2 times, you're done. You just don't give a shit about this guy. And it's just some of the most lazy design decisions I've ever seen in a game. And, you know, this game doesn't deserve anything from it. Any praise for that. Now, the one thing this game had to get right for the campaign was the AI. Since this game was built from the ground up for 4-player co-op, oh how fancy! Well done, Free for Industry, just so fucking unique. The AI is wonky. Sometimes it's good, other times it's rubbish. Most of the times when it's good, you actually give the order. But if you don't give the orders, they'll just stand in the middle of nowhere just getting shot at, and you're just like, really, guys? Guys, you know, shoot these bitches, please.
Launch the grenade!
Take cover! Move up!
So you start playing this game on the harder difficulties, you're gonna have a hard time getting through this game. Having the game built for 4-player co-op and having AI with you every step of the way removes fear from the game. And this is one of the reasons why I believe that this game got a teen rating. Because you're never alone, and when you're alone, you get the fear of being alone. And the second mission of this campaign would have been amazing if you were alone. The sounds were so ambient, and just how dark the game was, and the level was. You would have been a bit on your edge of your seat when you walked around corners, making sure there's nothing gonna pop out of you. But no, gone, all gone, because you got this dumbass AI with you. Not only that, why can't not do matchmaking campaign? You know, you build it for 4-player co-op, you know, but I can only join friends. So I wonder if that's Microsoft's doing, you know? If your friends don't have Xbox One, buy Xbox One for Christmas, bitches! Give us even more money! Yeah! Fuck you! Give us money! But either way, this campaign as a whole is rubbish. The gameplay is great. You have verticality, you've got open space, you've got vehicle gameplay. The story, the concept of the story is amazing. But the way it executes its things is appalling. It is just shit upon shit upon shit. You feel disconnected every single time you swap people, and when you go back to playing as someone else, they've learned more than what you left off with. Would you start thinking, how did you learn this? Only I learned this with the other group, and you haven't even spoken to them yet. What the fuck is wrong with you? This campaign is around 8 hours long, possibly even longer if you play on harder difficulties. But it's not worth your time. The missions are fun, but the campaign itself is so badly done. You know what's even worse? I can't even play this game split screen. I don't understand that. Why can't I play this game split screen? I don't even understand that. Like, I can't even play this game LAN party either. I can't connect 2 Xboxes together with 2 different TVs without internet. You know, this game is basically, if you don't have internet, fuck you. But that's what we get. So Halo 5 campaign is gonna get a fucking 6 out of 10. This campaign, the only thing that redeems this campaign is the graphics, the sounds, the cinematics, Master Chief, Buck, the gameplay, the variety of gameplay, and that's it. There's no ending to this game. So yeah, everyone, thanks so much for watching this video. I know I've been rambling along for a long time, but I'm passionate about Halo, and Halo 5 is a massive shit upon the franchise, so yeah. So I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!
Identify yourself.
I am the Warden Eternal. I stand in defense of Cortana.
She called me to her.
And you came scampering. She knows your forgotten name. Who you were before you were 117. Do you find it odd? Your trusted companion should keep so much to herself.